Tommy, it's never easy to beat a counterpart and someone who you'll walk the streets with tomorrow as a neighbour 7-0, but you did your job, you had to do it, and what matters to you is Treaty in the quarter-final.
Yeah, Mike, that's the way you have to be professional and I put it to bed, I suppose, really. You have to go out and do that. I was disappointed in the previous round, obviously, because we didn't do that, but we did it tonight, so I'm happy with that.
2 goals inside 3.5 minutes. You couldn't even have planned that, but you started with intensity, and right from the off, as soon as Stephen Healy or Lee Lynch got on the ball in midfield, you looked very threatening.
Yeah, we did. We probably took too many touches when it went to 2-0. We took the foot off the gas a bit. I would have been slightly disappointed in that, but overall we did our job. The boys did their job and they did it well, so I'm happy with that.
The bit of rain helped. I know it was a funny thing, the pitch was gluey beforehand. It slowed you down after you got the opening 2 goals, but once the bit of zip came on the surface, the real fitness kicked in.
Yeah, it did. And I was saying that at the start, I was hoping for a bit of rain, actually, because obviously we're going to be fitter than them because we're training more, and they started their season, so we wanted it a bit greasy, and it suited us for sure. Yeah.
Lee Devitt somehow managed to outshine Enda Curran. It's not every day you get 100 League of Ireland goals, so it should be Enda's night, but Lee Devitt is going home with the match ball. He had a great game in midfield. It's that run, it's very hard to mark, but his finishing tonight was sublime.
Yeah, it was. We had said, if we kept our wit with Fionn and Thomas, that those gaps would appear with Lee J and Lee running into him. And it was 3 good finishes, to be fair to him, and probably could have got a couple of more. So it was a fantastic achievement for him. We just said that in there to get his first hat-trick in competition. I'd be expecting him to get more goals. It was only on to him during the week about more goals from midfield, and he probably could be on 10 or 12 by now, and that's brings him to 7, 4 in the league and 3 there. And look, you mentioned Enda there, 100 league goals, a fantastic achievement. I think he's 50 for us, in 2.5, 3 seasons. So. And a lot of that he has been injured with, he's suffered with a few injuries as well. So it's a fantastic goal scoring achievement and record. So fair play to him. Not many people get to 100 league goals.
He started with a penalty way back in the day for Merview. He's finished it with a penalty tonight. Take away his penalties, he still scores some great goals. Anything to worry about with him going off tonight?
No, I think he'll be okay. It's a niggly injury. And I think he was just kind of, we've tougher games ahead. So I was glad he came off when he did. So we'll assess him. He probably won't be able to train Monday. But that's not unusual for him anyway. We kind of, he kind of mind him, 1 or 2 days a week, and we need to keep him sharp. That's the main thing. Hopefully he'll be right for next week.
Some people say the argument is settled now, senior against junior, but there's context to tonight. Pike Rovers are missing their goalkeeper, their main centre half. They've lost 2 massive key junior international players in the last 2 weeks. It is their pre-season, so there's a lot in the context of that to feel sorry for them that they came into such a big arena in front of nearly 2,000 to face a fully fit squad.
Yeah, well, we had a fully fit squad, but we had majority of it. We're missing our captain Mark Walsh, Yo-Yo was away, Mark Byrne and Stevie Christopher, but at the same time, we still had a strong squad out. We are in the middle of our season, so that certainly helps. But look, I'd be in a good position. I would have played both and been involved in both for a long time. But the gap is big, Mike, and you'd expect it to be. It should be. We should be beating junior teams. We should have beat Kilmarnock, another Leinster senior team, but we probably we put the strongest team strongest team possible out tonight, and we had good lads on the bench as well to come on. And I thought Pike's lads did well when they came on, particularly the younger lads. They look decent. But you're right, it's much more difficult for them coming in halfway through our season. They're in their pre-season, but the gap is the gap. It's I think you should be beating junior teams, and that's no disrespect to them. And it's fitness levels and obviously there's going to be better players, but it's just the way it is. That's the nature of the business. The Premier Division, there's a gap. 9 times out of 10 a Premier Division team will be the First Division team. 9 times out of 10 a League of Ireland First Division team will be the junior team. And that's just the reality of football.
Sets up a nice grandstand finale now. We're into the final quarter of the season, the quarter final of the Cup. We know you have a love affair now with Treaty and the FAI Cup, but the 9 league games are going to be cup finals in themselves.
Yeah, look, we need to focus on Wexford. Wexford got a great result the other night. They came from 2-0 down. We know they're very good at scoring goals. I think they were the highest goal scorers in the league at one stage during the season. They probably still are. They're certainly up around there. We have a good defensive record. The second best in the league. I think if we keep our defensive record right till the end of the season and get results, particularly in our home games, but we need to start winning. We as I said a couple of weeks ago, I hope we haven't left it too late, but we need to worry about ourselves. Teams will take points off each other, but we certainly need to win probably 2 out of the next 3 matches.
Arguably not the strongest lineup left in the Cup. We've lost some big hitters along the way, notably Shamrock Rovers, who have Europe now to focus on. Is there half an eye on a decent Cup run, and who knows, it could take you to the Aviva in November?
You never know, Mike. It's going to be difficult. The Premier Division teams, as I said there a while ago, 9 times out of 10, they're expected to beat you. We beat UCD a couple of years ago when they were in the Premier Division, but they were struggling in the Premier Division. A home draw is vital. There's a couple of First Division teams still left. Wexford went through tonight, I presume, and ourselves. And ourselves. So, look, you never know. A home tie, and we'll give it a crack. Sound. Thanks, Mike.
Everything again.